I have a problem. This is my top of the line Maytag double stack convection oven, and it is not working. I went to do a video on this, and I started doing the video, and halfway through this oven stopped working and it no longer heats. So the issue with this oven, the bake no longer works, broil doesn't work, keep warm doesn't work. The convection bake does work. The keypads, some of the keypads work, but not all of them work. And so some of these things no longer work. And pretty much everything behind this display is the motherboard or the control center. And it's a pretty simple setup, and so I know what's wrong with it. So we're going to take this thing apart real quick and see what it's going to take to fix this, because the issue at hand is my wife is a Wilton certified baker. And if you happen to be a baker, you kind of need an oven. She's one of these things. So she knows what she's doing, and without an oven, she really can't do a lot. We're going to take this guy apart and try to figure out what's going on with it. This is a part that's bad, and you can kind of see the discoloration on some of these relays. This thing has been exposed to a lot of heat over the last 18 years, and there's some grime and filth on it, and so this thing has failed. Now, I've called around to a lot of the appliance repair shops, both local and online, and the original equipment part for this has been discontinued, and there's been a new part that has been superseded. Well, the superseded part now has been discontinued by Maytag, and there are no new parts available. So if you run into this particular problem, rather than spending another $3,500 to get a double convection oven, there is a solution I found that's going to help us take care of this problem. Talking to the guys on the phone, they want me to disassemble this unit so it looks exactly like what it looks like on the picture, and that's what they want me to send. So there's a couple of fasteners right here that we need to take out to remove this motherboard. Now, these ribbon connections can be quite intimidating. This is not a plug, so these do not unplug from the circuit board. These are actually part of the circuit board, so you don't want to try to yank these things off or try to pry them off. You want to take these two, on each end of these are like two little ears, and you just want to raise these up probably about 1/8 of an inch to 3/16 of an inch. So just raise up just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that too well, but just raise these up a little bit, grab the ribbon from behind, and just pull it backwards, and they slide right off. On the ribbon, you'll see a couple little holes right there, and those holes correspond to a couple of hooks on the block. So when you put these back in, you just put the little hooks into the holes, and then you just push this back down, and it seats itself just fine. So lift that up, pull the ribbon out. So lift this one up and pull the ribbon out, just like that. So don't try to yank these off the circuit board. You'll end up damaging them. So this is a part that we're going to send back to have them rebuild. So I'll go ahead and box this up. I'll need to protect it and send it back UPS. They do have an option for expedited work. I'm just going to send this back normal freight. I could next day air this, but that's going to be several $100s. And so we're going to be without an oven for about 2 weeks, and we're going to come up with a couple of unique ways of how to cook using substitute ovens. My first attempt is baked macaroni and cheese. While I don't have an oven, but I have an air fryer. So here we go. This has been in for about 7 minutes. And this is nice and crispy on top and nice and cheesy throughout. So there we go, baked macaroni and cheese out of an air fryer because my oven is broken down. It's Friday night, so that means it's movie night, and it means pizza. Only problem is I don't have an oven because my oven is still broken down and waiting for the circuit board to be rebuilt. So we're going to see how well the microwave does on the convection oven mode. Time is up, so let's take a look at this and see how this came out. It's hot, which is a good thing. So you can see it's actually brown around the corners. I'm pretty impressed. Now, if you're wondering if this pizza looks a little bit anemic, it kind of is, because this is a gluten-free pizza, because my wife is gluten-free. And so this is not, you know, like a real big thick pizza. It's like a thin crust pizza. But it's not too bad. This pizza is from Papa Murphy's, and they make a pretty decent gluten-free pizza. So the cheese is nice and melted. So this isn't too bad, considering we don't have a conventional oven. And then the microwave convection oven worked out pretty good. So apparently, according to my UPS tracking number, my circuit board arrived in South Carolina today. So hopefully they'll work on it in the next couple of days and ship it back to me. So I'm hoping, cross my fingers, that I'll have my circuit board back a week from today if everything goes well. Big day today. I got my circuit board for my oven back from Circuit Board Medics. It was rebuilt, resoldered, and we're going to see how it came out. The circuit board for my Maytag oven was discontinued by Maytag after 18 years and left me in a lurch. So this company can rebuild circuit boards, and if this works, it's going to save me $3,500 and prevent me from buying a brand new double oven. So the first thing I noticed, and talking to them on the phone, they replaced all these relays, so everything is nice and clean. And they said they had to rerun a bunch of the circuits on here. It looks pretty nice here. Let's see what this repair tag here says. Nothing spectacular. This is just my receipt. To rebuild this circuit board was $250, and that included freight. And they give me a 2-year warranty. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this back in my oven, cross my fingers, and see what happens. My new motherboard is in, and it looks like it's working now. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you, but if you remember, my old panel here used to be stainless steel. My new panel is now black. Not only was my motherboard bad, but the touchpad here was also bad, so I had to replace the motherboard and also the touch panel, but they did not have the touch panel in stainless steel, so I had to get a black one. And so let's take a look at this. So let's see, the time right now is 5:13, so if we hit clock and 5:13, working. Hit clock, so the clock is working. If I hit bake, look at this, everything seems to be working. So it's preheating there, so that's working. If I hit broil, that seems to be working. If I hit keep warm, 170 degrees, and hit keep warm. So it looks like everything seems like it's all working now. So that is good news. So it looks like my oven is back to normal. Everything is working. Timers are working. And let's just go through here. So everything is back to normal, although I have a black readout. So the cost of the motherboard and the cost for this new panel here altogether came to about $500, which is pretty good considering a new oven was $3,500. My oven is back together again and working great. It's going to take a little bit different having a black display panel up here with a stainless steel oven, but hey, it's better than spending $3,500 and replacing a dual oven. But I'm very impressed with circuit board Medic. So if you have an older appliance that you just can't get the circuit board for, I suggest you give Circuit Board Medic a call and look at their website. I'll put their website down below. But they did good work. They have a very interesting niche in the marketplace, rebuilding circuit boards when manufacturers kind of poop out on their responsibilities and no longer supply parts for appliances that we have. So anyway, I'm happy with this repair. I'm happy with the service I got from Circuit Board Medic. This replacement keypad, I got this from Appliance Parts Pro. I've got a lot of parts from them in the past, and they have some pretty good prices too. So $500 versus $3,500, I think I came out ahead. So anyway, I'd like to thank you for your time. Please subscribe, and I will send you another video soon that might make your life just a little bit easier.